Hello my dear students, how are you all? I hope you will be fine. So today we are going to learn chapter number 1 for class 7th. Today we are going to learn the nutrition in plants. So let's get started. Yes, so in previous classes you have learned that just like this chapter is about nutrition in plants. So plant is a living organism, and you have learned in previous classes that all living organisms perform certain activities like respiration, excretion, growth, movement. Okay, so these are the some uh, processes. Okay, so all these things, the living, all these activities which a living organism perform, those are called life processes. Excretion, life processes. Okay, so for a number of activities, these living organism require some kind of energy. Okay, so where this energy come from? They get this energy from the food. From the food they eat. Okay, from the food they eat. Otherwise, just a minute. Otherwise, this living plant will die, as you can see here. Okay, if he will not get water, and if will, even if anything, even if he will not getting water, or okay, how the okay, so if it will not get water, sunlight, okay, it will die. Okay, yes. So the second thing is nutrition. Okay, so as we discussed earlier that the two of these living organism perform number of activities. Like if you talk about the plant, it has to grow, it has to maintain its life. So for that it requires some kind of energy. Okay, so that energy it get from its food. Okay, and okay, yes. So what is actually food? What is actually food? So food are the substance or material uh, taken by the living organism. Okay, taken by the living organism from which they derive some energy. Okay, energy. Okay, so from food are a material from which living organism derive energy or get the energy. Okay, and the process of taking this food, is called the nutrition. The process of taking food, consuming food, is called nutrition. 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 Okay. Okay. So the next is this food are not very simple. These food contain a number of component like vitamins. Okay, vitamins, minerals, carbohydrate. Okay, vitamins, minerals, carbohydrate, then fat. Okay, then protein. Okay, so all these are called nutrients. Okay, so all these things we get, these nutrients we get from the food, or we can say the living organism get these nutrients from the food. Okay, yes, both living and or living both living in organism like plant, animal, and plant, they require some basic component of food like protein, carbohydrate, fats, as we discussed. Okay, yes, they require both. Okay, but these These plants can prepare their own food with the help of this water and carbon dioxide in the presence of sunlight. Okay, that is sugar. Okay, but the animal they cannot prepare their own food. They are dependent on some animal and plants, and that is why they are will study itself. They are called heterotrophs. Okay, and the plant which they prepare their own food, they are called autotrophs. Okay. Yes, so we'll see the next slide. Yes. So we have a mode of nutrition in plants. Uh, it should not be plant. It should be nutrition in living organism. Living organism. Okay. So living or they can be autotroph and they can be heterotroph. Okay. So autotroph are basically the plants which prepare their own food with the help of say photosynthesis. Okay, by simple inorganic material like water and water, CO2 and sunlight, as we discussed earlier. Now these heterotrophs, okay, these plants, they as they produce their own food, they are called autotrophs. Yes, as this name suggests, autotrophs, and they are called producers because they are producing their own food. Now these heterotrophs are the basically it include plant as well as animal. There are some plant also which cannot prepare their own food, some non-green plant which cannot prepare their own food, and they are dependent on some other thing for their survival. And most of the all animal are, they cannot prepare their own food and they are dependent on the plant, they are dependent on the plant or some other kind of animal, and they are called heterotrophs. So these heterotrophs can be okay. Before going there, let's discuss in detail the what is the autotrophs. Okay. Okay. So autotrophs, basically autotrophs, as the name says, autotrophs means auto means the self and trophs means the nourishment, not the nourishment means those living organisms which are nourishing themselves. Those will be called as a autotrophs. Okay. Yes. Then heterotrophs. Heterotrophs, they can be categorized as herbivorous, carnivorous, and omnivorous. Okay. So herbivorous are those uh, animal which are dependent on which eat the producer. Those will be called as a herbivorous. Okay, the first are those all those animal which eat plant and plant product, they will be called as a herbivorous. Now carnivorous, the carnivorous are the animal which eat these herbivorous, and now the omnivorous are the animal which eat plant and the animal. Okay, so they will be called as a omnivorous. Okay. Yes. So let's move to the next thing, that is the, yes, here you can see like herbivorous, they eat plant, they eat plant only. Now carnivores, they eat animal or flesh of other animal, and the omnivorous, they eat both. Okay. Yes, here also this plant, you can see here he is saying that I have made this food, but uh, this animal, he came and he ate this plant, and that is why he will be called as a autotroph, sorry, heterotroph, and this plant will be called as a autotroph. Here if you will see, here this plant is a producer, okay, or primary producer, and all these other things are consumer, all these things are consumer. Okay. And so we'll study in higher classes these classes of consumer also. They are categorized like a primary consumer, secondary, tertiary, quaternary. Okay. Okay. Yes. Then but these are the producer or the autotrophs. The first animal which eat or which fed on this producer, they will be called as a herbivorous. You have to keep in mind this thing. Okay. And the other thing, whatever are the other animal which fed on this animal, that will be called as a carnivorous. Okay. And the omnivorous, then there will be some animal which can eat these animals, herbivorous and the plants, everything. Okay. So they will be called as a omnivorous. Okay, that's all. Okay. Then autotrophic nutrition. Okay. So yes, autotrophic nutrition, that is the photosynthesis. Okay. So as we have discussed earlier that autotrophic means preparing food by themselves, by itself, that is the called autotrophic, and mostly autotrophic are the plant. Okay. Yes. So we will see here photosynthesis, the photosynthesis, actually how the plant produce. We saw that plant produce their food, but how they produce? So they produce with the help of water and a carbon dioxide, and with in the presence of sunlight. Is so these are the raw material which are required, which are necessary for producing this food. Here food is the starch, or you can say here starch. Okay. Or glucose or sugar. Okay. Yes. And or you can say carbohydrate and plus oxygen. Okay. So here the animal who produce CO2, that CO2 is being consumed here, and this plant is producing oxygen, and this oxygen is being consumed by the animals. Okay. So this is one example of interdependence of animal and plant. Okay. So it is giving CO2 to him, and it is giving O2 to him, that oxygen. Okay. So the meaning of autotrophy is that they prepare food by themselves. So where does this, the next is where does the photosynthesis occur? So photosynthesis occur basically in the leaves. These the leaves contain the green pigment called chlorophyll. Okay. Yes, here these leaves called have a green pigment that is called chlorophyll, and this there is opening, that opening is called as a stomata. Okay. Yes. So with the help of this opening stomata, the CO2 enters into the sorry, the CO2 enter into the leaves, and then then they prepare their food with when it CO2 combine with the sorry, the water. Okay, yes. Then raw material required for photosynthesis. So raw material is nothing but the carbon dioxide and the water and the sunlight. So these are the raw materials. Okay, these are the raw materials required for the process of photosynthesis. Then what is synthesized during photosynthesis? So yes, this is the thing, this thing, that is the food and the oxygen. The food in the form of glucose, sugar, starch, or you can say carbohydrate, and this give the energy to the plant for survival and for their growth. Okay, then what would happen in the absence of photosynthesis? So in the absence of photosynthesis, yes, imagine if plant will not be if photosynthesis will not occur, then plant won't be able to prepare their food, and the plant will not exist. Then the animal which are directly or indirectly are dependent on these plants, they will not be, they will not survive. Okay, yes. So so that's all. Yes, so just tell me what is the photosynthesis. Yes, the preparation of food, okay, using carbon dioxide and water in the absence of chlorophyll and light is known as a photosynthesis. Okay, so using carbon dioxide, water and sunlight with the help of chlorophyll is called preparing food is called as a photosynthesis. Okay, photosynthesis is the process of preparing food using water, carbon dioxide and sunlight with the chlorophyll, that will be called as a photosynthesis. Okay, yes, so that's all. Okay, so yes, tell me some question for you, that what do the herbivores eat? Yes, answer. Then name two main type of nutrition. Then what are the color of pigment found in the producers? Okay, I think I just forgot to mention this. So the pigment found in the producer or the autotrophs, the color is the green. Okay, they are in green color, and that is why the most of the green plant they can prepare their food. Name the process through which autotrophs prepare their food. What is the process through which, what is the name of process through which they prepare their food? Then which type of heterotrophs are human, cow and bear? Means whether they are carnivorous, omnivorous, or the herbivorous. Okay, yes, so thank you all. Stay safe, and thank you so much. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comment, or yes, and if you can give any feedback and suggestions. Thank you so much.